DeWanda Wise in Netflix SHE's Gotta Have It. David LeeNetflix We needed Nola Darling in 2017. We just didn't know it. Nola Darling is the protagonist of Spike Lee's 1986 feature directorial debut SHE's Gotta Have It, which starred Tracy Camilla Johns as a young Brooklyn woman who unabashedly maintains a rotating cast of suitors. The veteran director has brought Nola's story into the present with a captivating and adventurous 10-episode Netflix series that begins on Thursday. DeWanda Wise shots fired is effervescent as Nola, a struggling artist and self-dubbed positive, polyamorous, panuel. Her loving bed adorned with an alarming number of candles, as it was in the original play's host to three very different men: the nurturing businessman Jamie Overstreet Lyric Bent, the narcissistic model photographer Greer Childs Cleo Anthony, and the basketball-obsessed bike messenger Mars Blackman Anthony Ramos. Cleo Anthony and Wise. David LeeNetflix. The film version was shot in black and white, save for one scene, and on Netflix Lee quite literally expands Nola's world into color. As in the film, the series explores the inherent complications of Nola's unconventional life, and the way society reacts to a woman who dares to enjoy. In that regard, not a lot has changed in the past 3 decades. But over 10 episodes all helmed by Lee, we get to know Nola in new ways. There's more emphasis on her art, we see her creative process and the hustling she has to do to support it. And we get more intimate portraits of the other people in her life, her close friends Clorinda Margot Bingham and Shemeka China Lane, whose own story unfolds with an air of tragicomedy similar to Bamboozled, Lee's underappreciated 2000s send-up of the entertainment industry. Nola's Fort Greene neighborhood also helps make her story feel of the moment. Lee never lets us forget that this is gentrified Brooklyn, and we see the effects of a changing community on Nola and her artist parents, Septima Joie Lee, who played Clorinda in the film, and Stokely Thomas Jefferson Bird. It might seem heavy-handed, but Lee, one of gentrification's most outspoken critics, knows Brooklyn better than anyone. SHE's Gotta Have It is of cheeky references to the director, who makes an amusing cameo in his work. In one scene, Nola and Greer riff on Denzel Washington's 1993 Oscar snub for Malcolm X, which Lee directed. Ramos of the original Hamilton cast does a fantastic job of filling Mars' trademark Air Jordans, a necessary win for the iconic character that Lee himself originated. This time around, Mars' cycling hat says Crooklyn, the title of Lee's semi-autobiographical 1994 dramedy, instead of Brooklyn. Wise and Anthony Ramos, who plays Mars Blackman, the character originated by Lee. David LeeNetflix. The series marks a feminist triumph for Lee, whose most recent feature film, Chirac, faced criticism for, among other things, a premise that seemed to put unfair pressure on black women. Nola is as confident as she was in 1986, but SHE's also vulnerable in a way that's refreshing. In one standout episode, while reeling from a violent incident of street harassment, Nola buys a little black dress that spurs telling reactions from Jamie, Greer and Mars, who suggest that SHE's dressing for the attention of men. Lee also gives a welcome update to Opal Gilstrap, a lesbian with whom Nola experimented early in the film and whose character smacked of stereotype. Nola and Opal Ilfanesh Hadira share a deeper connection here, and their relationship has a profound impact on Nola's personal growth. Incidentally, Lee has credited his wife, Tonya Lewis Lee, an executive producer on the series, with persuading him to adapt SHE's Gotta Have It for television. Lyric Bent and Wise. David LeeNetflix. Given the format, it's tempting to breeze through the installments, but I'd recommend taking your time. The series takes some detours from its largely linear format. One episode reflects on the election of President Trump with a 5-minute montage that combines character reactions with Stu's scathing clone Wittar nuclear code, while another features an unexpected dance break that also functions as a tribute to the late pop legend Prince. There are a lot of additional touches to appreciate, from Lee's trademark aesthetic, those well-placed floating dolly shots, to the thought he curated. SHE's Gotta Have It was shot on a shoestring budget and clocks in at just over 84 minutes. The TV version has a lot more resources to pull from, and Lee uses them with gusto. And despite its whimsy, the series never loses sight of its intention to tell Nola's story in her own words. SHE's Gotta Have It 10 episodes begins on Thursday on Netflix.